ERP and business database technology that is used worldwide, but wrongly. Okay, this is because they don't use any science at all. So SAP, Oracle, partners, small Indian companies in the United States, as well as almost all the clients, they are using totally wrongly my technologies. Has explained to you in previous programs all the database that it is used in ERP technologies is totally wrong. Even the president of United States, Obama, is using a CRM that doesn't work at all because of the wrong data. At the same time, the processes are as well totally wrong. They didn't follow any industrial engineering methodology, as well as any science methodology or science of technology than we have in the United States. So how can I tell you that all their decisions are satanic, diabolic, and didn't any result at all. Today we are going to talk about how the Illuminatis worldwide are using the bankruptcy process. This bankruptcy can be used at corporates, can be used at government, and even a country. Okay, according with my experience, and as the creator of the ERP and business database technology, what I can tell you is that my experience started working at Secretaría de Hacienda y Crédito Público for Salinas de Gortari. This guy is a Jew Christian Illuminati, probably a psychopath. Okay, he's a criminal. He has been killed people previous to be the secretary. So everybody knows his previous life, and nobody do anything because they are all of them. They are part of these secret societies that we have in Mexico, and that's the first time that I identified that we have an organization, formal organization, that industrial engineering, is very specialized in that topic. And even that, with all that, I find out that there was a second organization. Like Salinas de Gortari was like the king in the finance secret society. So you can imagine that, okay? So this second organization was an Illuminati structure, a pyramid. So I was working with him, and basically they were working with Excel. So they started doing the bankruptcy using Excel, Microsoft Excel, and almost all the work was done manually as well. Usually they didn't have any computer, like for example the Mexican Petroleum Institute or Pemex has in their own operation. So it was so funny. Okay, so all the bankruptcies were done manually without any scientific procedure, and they started to bankrupt these companies. Basically what they did is, debit and credit is so manageable by these elites. So that's why I created technology to match this debit and credit with the business processes that we used to study at industrial engineering studies. Industrial engineering is what is called as well the science management. Okay, so I have to to leave Secretaría de Hacienda y Crédito Público, basically because, I mean, you know, I was studying at the same time as the master degree in industrial engineering at UPIXA, National Polytechnic Institute. So basically, I prefer to continue studying my master degree full time. I have a scholarship from CONACYT and Instituto Mexicano del Petróleo and others, okay, and others institution, because I think that my thesis was really good and it was supported, okay. So when I went to start working at the Mexican Petroleum Institute with Manuel Comadurán, then it was murdered by these secret societies. I found out that it was Salinas de Gortari as well in that area. So Salinas de Gortari was everywhere. And basically he killed one of my colleagues because basically the Mexican Petroleum Institute was paying a lot of advertisements promoting a PRI candidate opposite to Salinas de Gortari, but of the same group, Atlocomulco. I don't know what they are killing each other, but this is something that we have to expect if you are not Illuminati, and maybe it's going to be good for you to know that these guys are killing each other, trying to have the total power. Okay, but Salinas de Gortari has I know later he has even the support of the army, so the army was behind him always. So I was in a project with project manager, and he used to work even in SAP, but before that with IBM. So IBM helped directly Salinas de Gortari to make a fraudulent election, and he won the Mexican presidency doing these fraudulent elections because other candidates won. Same situation happened with Calderon because López Obrador won. So we have since then, and I think that before we have got a lot of election fraud. So basically, they have to do that to keep these bankruptcies. As well, all the positions almost in government, especially the purchasers, purchasing areas, all of them, they have the secret Illuminati societies are paying a lot of money to have those positions for themselves. So Secretaría de Hacienda is basically that. It's paid by the Illuminati secret societies to have a member of them in those positions. So, as I said before, I was considered a genius passing through all the recruitment process at the Secretaría de Hacienda y Crédito Público. That is the Mexican IRS. When Mexico has all the companies that you can imagine, all the companies were Mexicans and part of the government, and that means part of the people, Mexican people. But this guy, they bankrupt all these companies in what we can say 25 years since I created the technology. So using my technology as a black boss, it was possible to do it because nobody tried to even audit in this kind of system. Even Secretaría de Hacienda y Crédito Público 2 years ago, they said that we're not capable to do it because of the lack of skills in IT. So that's simply ridiculous, okay? My technology was sent to Germany and the United States using Oracle and SAP, but it's not even an American or a German technology. It is an Indian technology using the secret knowledge of Babylonia. So we have Babylonian secret knowledge using my technology instead of using industrial engineering and science and technology. So that's why all the data is wrong. And using that data wrong, they are able to bankrupt not only Mexico at this time, even the United States. So if you remember the dates and years, it wouldn't happen nothing like that if they were not using my technology wrong. So it's not a coincidence. Okay? And they know exactly that I created technology because the CIA and also the German agencies and other worldwide agencies, they infiltrate the Mexican oil company and the Pemex, and as well as the Mexican Petroleum Institute. So it is well known. So one of my boss at the Mexican Petroleum Institute even said that my thesis was not science and technology. He was a chemist. Okay, so and after they stole it and they use it for Pemex. So so these secret societies are really are really bad. Okay. Today we have a knowledge transfer from Salinas and all his secret group, to the United States. To do that, they do different things to bankrupt the United States. They have people, pseudo-Mexicans in the World Bank, like Juan Prauda. Juan Prauda was the guy who was working at the PICS as well as a professor. He was working at CONASUPO. Danis was the most important logistic companies of the government. So to control the food, to have the food for all the Mexicans. They bankrupt CONASUPO. So they know what they were doing. So basically, this guy is working directly with Salinas de Gortari. Also, their families right now are working in IMSS and other institution of the government to bankrupt them. And these companies were mainly bought by Slim. This guy has been so rich because they are using our tax money to pay for these companies that are already so cheap. I mean, so cheap, almost like a gift. So they bought it, and after they keep that money, and they continue using this money to make the people more poor, in Mexico. And that's the same techniques that they are using right now in the United States. As you see, it is really a rollout to the United States, and they are doing this process in several countries. So Simtan Gortari is the guy that is giving all this knowledge transfer worldwide using puppets like Peña Nieto and others. Okay, so you can see clearly the situation than I seen than you will know already than basically I think that Trump has to be the new president, because one of the main Illuminati's women is Clinton. Clinton is part of the Illuminatis. She's a member of these sectors. Okay. So, and what is happening inside with who is creating all this technology? The only way to transform the economics is using industrial engineering at this time and my technology. But this technology is coming in a satanic way from this secret finance, Illuminati in Mexico. So they are the advisors of Clinton. Okay, so we already live a huge real estate fraud. They got our pensions. Okay, so these guys are moving in the New York Exchange. They used to manage everything, but right now with killing in the 9/11 all the controllers in finance and controlling worldwide, they can do whatever they want using SAP and Oracle and other companies, and mainly the Indian companies. So Trump has the responsibility to destroy these Indian consultant companies and send all these Indian consultants to his country, their country, because, as I told you before, these secret cells of the Illuminati, then they try to find where are the defects in the system law and also in the processes. They are using these Indian companies as cells, as Illuminati cells. So at the end of the day, they try to have all our technology. They are stealing the patents. Can you believe it? So they have all this knowledge to continue doing this accounting and fiscal frauds. Has an entertainment, okay? Because at the highest level, the central banks of each one of our countries is doing the huge accounting and fiscal frauds. Then even we cannot, when we found the amounts, we're not going to believe it, because they have done it by centuries, destroying imperiums before the United States. But right now with my technology, they want to do it even faster. So right now they want to move to China, to Switzerland, to Israel, okay? And they have been doing that for centuries. So immigration for them is like a war. It's a war technique. So what we can say is how to destroy these guys of the pseudo-Mexican elite that are protected for the 13 rich families in the world, and even with reptilians or other entities, we don't know at this time exactly, but anyway, we have all the evidence that the Bush and the Gortaris and all these elites have been working together as Illuminati secret societies. We already know everything about them. I mean, they try to protect each other, but at the end there are a lot of whistleblowers, even then they have been killed. But it's all as well a criminal act. Okay. So even right now we have a president without identity. I mean, not even a birth certificate, and he has killing a lot of witnesses. Same case like Gortari, same case like the Bush. I mean, they are involved in child trafficking, narco traffic, human trafficking, and the worst thing that we can imagine. Then it is only it's the only way to do it, because to have it like private is because they have killing a lot of people in government and state where it belongs. This kind of illegal businesses. The only way to do this kind of illegal business is at the state or government level, but they kidnap that to the government, and they are doing by themselves and may believe that it's a government situation when it's not. So we have a lot of politicians working in typical and atypical businesses, and that's the way that they can do all these bankruptcies. So my technology has to be used in the way that I designed it in order to have these guys. It is already working. I mean, I will say that worldwide we can see a lot of these politicians going to jail. But we need to protect ourselves, not even today, but for the future. And my technology has to be used in the right way. But what they are doing to make believe that all this data and all these processes are correct. Basically, they're killing the scientists or the activists or others. Then they find out that something is not clear. So when they get deeper, they are killed by these secret societies. So they have a group called gun stalkers, and they are paid with our taxes. So it's so funny that part, okay? So we have killers that are killing no Illuminati people, and that's the way to protect the bankruptcies, as I said before. Okay, so many people is working for them to do these bankruptcies because in some cases they're only protecting their own jobs. Okay. And this knowledge transfer then they want to send to other countries like Argentina is not the best way than a nation can work. I mean, a country can do it better because we have the technology to do it better. So poverty, unemployment, all these situations can be reduced drastically using my technology. Okay, this communism, this socialism is basically to destroy the countries. We have seen it before with the Soviet Union. We have to continue using the capitalism because capitalism is industrial engineering. Okay, but I am considering also the part of planification process. So we can have a better approach in the economic system to have something better than the capitalism. But as you have to know, I mean, we have been the best country in the world for even for centuries, I think. But the only way to keep it in that way is to continue using the mathematical approach that we used to have, trying to avoid all this Babylonian secret knowledge. We have to continue in that way. So this program is showing you that the bankruptcy that is done by the Illuminati is a real situation and it's going to affect your life because employment, salary, jobs, everything is integrated. Okay. The use of my technology is going to give us more chances to live better, but we use science and technology, and we need people specialized in each of the areas that we have to apply, like social sciences, engineering sciences, physics, maths, and chemistry together, in order to avoid all these Babylonian secret knowledge that are not advanced as the technology we have today. So nobody is going to lie to us anymore. Nobody is going to be president if it is a criminal, a psychopath. All this is possible to do it and avoid all these bankruptcies. Identify who is the guy who is doing that even before then it happens. And my technologies are allowing in real time to have all that information. Why they are not using it in the way that it has to be? Because they want to keep it like that, like they have been doing that for centuries. We have to change. We need a real change. Thank you very much for hearing me. God bless you.